Apparently, Chris Statlander has the flu. Yes, that's another thing that we got tonight was the fatal four-way match between Yuka Sakazaki, Big Swole, Shida, and Shanna, right? Shanna. Not Shanna, Shanna. In a fatal four-way match, a lot of people thought maybe this was going to be a number one contenders match, which I think it is. I think they said the winner of this match gets the winner of the Statlander and Nyla Rose match. But a lot of people thought this was a match that maybe would be the winner would be the replacement for Statlander, which could still be the case because Statlander apparently has the flu. Now, we don't know how seriously it is, but the flu is no joke, obviously. I think, a couple of months ago at one of the pay-per-views, didn't the Young Bucks wrestle with the flu, if I'm not mistaken, or one of the wrestlers on the show had the flu, and I think a lot of people were, bitching at Cody for putting their wrestlers in an unsafe environment with someone who had the flu. It was someone,
Yeah, especially when you have that one thing going around like crazy.
That was months ago, though. That was before the coronavirus and bullshit like that. But anyways, apparently Chris Statlander has the flu, and we're not sure exactly how long she'll be out of action or even if she'll be able to wrestle on Saturday night. So a lot of people thought maybe they put this fatal four-way into action to put the winner in Statlander's spot. But they were advocate on this tonight that Statlander and Nyla Rose match is still on for Saturday. Now, I actually thought this fatal four-way was really, really good. I thought they did a good job showcasing the four women. I thought Big Swole was going to win because of the whole interaction she had with Nyla Rose a couple of weeks ago and then the backstage stuff. So I thought maybe they would give the ball to Big Swole to take on Nyla Rose. Well, they went a different route, which I'm not going to complain about because Shida, one of the wrestlers that we've talked about on the show as being one of the best women's wrestlers that they have, wins the match and looks like we'll face the winner of Statlander and Nyla Rose. What did you think of this fatal four-way, Dave? And did you have any issues with Shida winning the match?
No, I thought it was a great way to do it. Yuka, I think her name is. I don't know what was going on with her in that match. Because at one point she's just standing there in the corner, hiding or crying. I'm not sure what was going on. I don't know.
Well, they said on commentary that she's waiting for her chance to attack, or so they were kind of playing up to it.
But she went face to face with somebody. Someone, I think, is Swole, and she didn't do anything. She turned her head and hid in the corner and just stood her back in the corner. And then at one point she's standing outside the ring, like she's waiting for a tag or something. I don't know, but whatever. I don't know if she looked that great out there, but I think the other three did good. But Shida, to me, she's the best female wrestler they have, and
she's crying still because of her tooth. Yeah, there you go. She's playing up her tooth lossage there, Dave. Now, I didn't hear you say much about, because we do have a Discord, !Discord, if you're ever interested in joining our Discord chat room. We talk during AEW, Dynamite, SmackDown, Raw, etc. I thought Shanna looked fantastic tonight. And I know a lot of people already in the chat room have talked about her, and I haven't really saw that side of her to make me go, wow, she's really good in the ring. Well, tonight I thought she really did fantastic for herself. I thought she really shined along with Shida as well. What are your thoughts on Shanna, and do you think there's potential for her to be in the title picture in the future?
I'm sure there's chances for anybody, but something about Big Swole I'm not a huge fan of, because when she does her finisher, I mean, that part when she's doing it to Shanna, you said her name was, I mean, it just looked like it took too long to set up, and she didn't know what she was doing. It was going circling all around, and then finally trying to hit her, and then, I don't know, it just, her moveset is all out of whack to me, or it's like it doesn't come off right.
Okay, so you're not a big Swole fan, is that what you're saying?
I'm not a big Swole fan. No.
There you go. I thought she did well in the match as well, and I don't really have any complaints about this match. I like when they actually use women on their roster that can actually perform inside the ring, and I know we've all have our own opinions on Britt Baker, but were you surprised that she wasn't involved in this match?
Why? She's the worst.
Well, seeing how that they're kind of developing her into this kind
maybe
of
on commentary,
not like a big heel, but they're developing her into a heel, and she's getting heel heat every time she walks outside into the arena. You're not surprised that because all 4 of those women are all faces, and I guess if you want to go that route, that maybe that they didn't want any heels in this match, sure, but I'm surprised they didn't have Britt Baker in this match. Do you think that she would have put this match down a level if she was in there?
Probably, because there would probably be more confusion. And the crowd really wasn't into this match either. There was a few chants, like, sporadically, and you could hear a little bit, but when you looked at the crowd, like, the front crowd, you didn't really see much movement or much noise from them at all.
Yeah, she was on Impact last night, Red Sox. Oh, so she's facing Miranda Elise on Dark, says Red Sox fan. The lady that was on Impact last night on our watch party who took on Tessa. No. I'm sorry, Jordan Grace. Yeah, what are the odds of that? That's weird. Allie and Thor need to be featured more. Penelope, yeah. I agree, needs to be featured a lot more inside the ring. Man, she is impressive. And I'm surprised. Yeah. Like, some of these are kind of head scratchers on why certain women in AEW are not used. An example of Allie and Penelope, 2 women that can obviously go inside that ring, but they're stuck as a manager. I don't get that. Maybe AEW doesn't want to rush things with those 2 ladies, and I can respect that. But with the women's division as kind of, I wouldn't say, the women's division lacks a little bit, and I think those 2 women would really help that women's division out. Bob Ruski says if Statlander has the flu, God forbid, let her stay home. I agree. Don't risk anything. Don't let her go out there and have a sloppy match. Put Shida in the match. I don't think people are going to be upset that she can't wrestle because she's sick. Save her for another night, and her match with Nyla Rose, or maybe even Shida, will eventually come. Was that really the first disqualification in AEW? I thought there was at least one during a Nyla Rose match. I can't remember. Maybe someone else in the chat room can let us know, but I don't remember if that was the first, or if there was another one before that.
That was our first disqualification ever.
You can tell Dave doesn't read the chat. No, he does not read the chat. He's concentrated on the show.
I don't got the chat.
Second time with AEW, I believe, probably getting a second look, said Red Sox fan. When does she have her first match? She's been on AEW 4. They really want to make Britt Baker work. Not as bad as you think. Britt Baker as a heel works for me, says Sinister. Postpone the AEW women's title match, says Noob. Why did we skip over we're not. We're just going in different order. I'm going kind of, I will have the pictures here. Sinister. I'm not going to skip the whole show. But yeah, I'm curious to see why they didn't put Britt Baker in this match, because like you said, the crowd was really kind of quiet during this match, other than some certain spots. Imagine if Britt Baker was in that match. The crowd, I think, would have gotten a little bit more into the match. You don't think they would have, or you think they would have still sat on their hands?
Well, the match would have been even worse, I think, if Britt Baker was in it. Why not Riho? Why not put her in the match? She's a popular wrestler, and people know her and like her. That would have been a nice one, because I think they've done a poor job of really giving you a lot of good reasons to really be invested in their women's division, because they have done a terrible job of really letting you know who these women are.
Okay.
Because most of these women, like, a lot of people might have know who Big Swole is and seen her, but Shida, maybe a lot don't. Or the same with Yuka. They probably don't know a lot. I think if I'm saying her name wrong, I apologize, but yeah, they probably don't know a lot about these women, so they've done a poor job really letting us know who they are. Like, really introduce. We know she got her teeth ripped out by Britt Baker a couple weeks ago, but that's about all you know about her. They should do a better, like, video packages or something introducing these women. Like, here's a little bit more about this person. Here's a little bit more about this person. I mean, another podcast that everyone hates that I've listened to before has said they should have started AEW without a women's division, because it's really kind of hurt them right now having this women's division.
If the ladies are trying to tell a story, I think everyone was confused, says Bill. TK booking has been really good so far. Who are you talking about? Who's TK? Are you? Go look it up. Fuck, says Red Sox fan. Okay, thanks, Red Sox fan. Be an asshole all 24/7 of your whole fucking life. Well, let's be honest here. The crowd was loud the whole show, just not as loud trying to follow for ladies after all the crazy they had already witnessed. That's true. The women were put in a probably, yeah.
They put right after didn't they go right after the Iron Man match?
I believe so. So yeah, they weren't put in a pretty.
Oh, it was the tag match next. That's what it was.
Oh, Tony Khan. Excuse me. Thank you. I'm so bad with abbreviations, guys. All right.
Yeah.
I'm horrible with abbreviations. Okay, even if they're super obvious, I'm fucking horrible with them. All right. So I get it. All right. Fuck off, Red Sox fan. Eat a fucking bowl of shit. All right. Thank you. I'm still trying to get caught up on the show. About to finish this Pac Omega match. Saw the last quarter of the show. Just watching the beginning stuff, said Chris Mack. Well, we thank you for joining us, as always, Mr. Chris Mack. And follow him. If you have, put your Instagram. Your, what's his Instagram handle. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. In the chat room there, Mr. Chris Mack. He makes AEW memes. They're pretty entertaining. They're pretty funny.
I don't use Instagram or Facebook.
Ian Boomer, fuck off, Bob Ruski. Ian Dunn says women division is still trash. Says Ian Dunn. Do you agree with that?
I mean, there's some good.
Okay, hold on. Let's do a comparison from night 1 of AEW Dynamite back in October to tonight, February 26, 2020. Has the women's division improved?
Match quality has gotten a little bit better, yes, because they figured who's trash and who isn't. I mean, honestly, they realized Britt Baker is not a good wrestler. And he's like, what the fuck are we thinking? Sign her for our first pick. So, yeah, I mean, and Kenny's just getting the flow of things again. It seems like
Do you think the booking has been more horrible than the actual women's matches itself?
Some of the matches have been really bad, and they haven't showcased enough of the women how they should. But you got to admit, he has to worry about booking his matches, plus booking the women's division. I mean, in the tag match, some of the tag matches. So, yeah, it's probably not easy. I'm curious to see how that tag match is going to get booked with the Bucks who booked the tag division and Kenny books all his matches.
I'm looking forward to that match. Really, I really am. Tony Khan took over the women's booking, I believe, said Red Sox fan. Hey, that's good. Hopefully it'll improve things there. Let's move up here a little bit. Ian Dunn says, what did he put? Hilarious how you guys are still trying to make sense of it. Hey, that's what we have to do. You got to think of some positive things. Ian Dunn.
Let's say that some of the matches haven't gotten better.
They have. They have. They have.
Yeah, you can't say they haven't been improving. And it's a growing process with their women's division. I mean, because they don't really know who are their best women they have. You don't have a big thing to look towards and build from. You don't have big stars that you started this women's division with for years and years and years, like the other show does. So, I mean, you're just starting from scratch trying to find out who is going to be your top women, your best workers to put on TV.
Yeah, and
they're realizing Shida is one of probably their best female in-ring wrestler.
Yeah, and maybe you, Red Sox fan, Bob Ruski, Sinister, whoever watches Stardom or knows more about these women wrestlers than we do, why isn't Shida used more every week? Because it seems like I don't know if AEW was like, all right, we're gonna try to make this kind of a process of elimination. We're gonna give certain women a chance and let's see how they do. And if they're not doing well, all right, back of the line. It seems like that's what they're doing with Britt Baker. That they started off with her, and then all of a sudden they're kind of backtracking with her, now making her a heel. It seems like a lot of these women that are good, like Penelope, Shida, Statlander, they don't get used on a weekly basis when they should, because sometimes you put out, Britt Baker and just name a woman, and they go out there and just have bad matches. But then you get matches like tonight. You get the matches like with Rio and Nyla Rose or Statlander and whoever. And you're like, it opens your mind or your eyes and you're like, okay, they can have good matches, but yet they don't give these certain women more chances to have good matches. You know what I mean?
Well, Shida is a different story because she's not only a wrestler, but she's a singer too. So she has different careers she's doing too. This is more of like a part-time wrestling is really with her.
Okay, all right. All the Joshi girls are going to NXT, says Ian Dunn. Thank you for the bits there, Chris Mack. Appreciate that. I don't know why the bits notification is working, but not the host. That's weird. Match is good, yes, says Bobaruski, but I mean, we're not getting constant women's storylines, neither on the other channels. Okay, that's true, but wouldn't you like them to kind of spread out the women's storylines a little bit more? I know we're getting what we got with Britt Baker, but we don't get anything else with these women. It's just, other than if you're going for the title, then you get the kind of the storyline development. But with these other women, they're just kind of stuck in the back at the moment, you know? And in wrestling on AEW Dark. She's a singer too. Didn't know that. Definitely makes it harder to book her between that stuff.
You should follow her on Twitter and stuff. She's always posting her playing the piano and stuff like that and singing.
Best AEW's women match was the 6-person Joshi match at Double or Nothing. Nothing has come close to that since, says Ian Dunn. Shida models, wrestles, and sings and dances. She's busy as fuck. Yeah, that's a busy-ass career there. Holy crap. All right, let's continue on. We could talk about the women's divisions forever. So, Statlander, Nyla Rose, looks like it's going to be on for Saturday night. Looking forward to that match very, very much, and we'll see how Statlander does.
The only women's storyline that matters is that Riho is no longer champion. Thank Christ.
Thank you, Speeds, for the bits. Really do appreciate that very, very much. And check them out on Friday night when they will be recapping a SmackDown Live. Always appreciate you guys coming in here and showing support like that. Appreciate
I'm
that.
sure Speeds is excited about the Orange Cassidy and Pac match.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he's doing front flips in his house for that.